Hi everyone, this is Marianne and welcome to my channel, The Unplanned Life. I have just finished my morning pages. It's actually only Wednesday as I am filming this, December 17, and I am still sipping my morning herbal tea, which is caffeine-free. And I decided that it would be a good day to set up my weekly pages for the coming week and do some advanced planning. I think by now you know how this goes. I select a fresh spread in my notebook because I will be needing 4 pages, and then I fold the center sheet in half like so, and I use that as a guide to mark the center of the other pages in this set. Now for the washi tape, I have decided to use this 5 millimeter one that has thin random strips of red and a little bit of green. I think it evokes a little bit of Christmas without being too Christmassy because I don't observe Christmas. And I am proud that today I did not forget to tab the section before laying down the washi tape. I almost always forget to tab it before proceeding. Now it's time to put on the washi tape to segregate the days of the week, which is always the most fun part of this process for me. I still can't believe I use washi tape now. I feel so fancy. And while we are doing this, let me continue what I was saying a few seconds ago, which is that I don't observe Christmas. I am an agnostic, so the birth of Jesus does not hold much significance for me, although I admire him as a man. I don't recognize him as a deity. I will have a podcast up this month talking about the different phases of Christmas appreciation that I went through in my life. Please watch for it. And another thing I would also like to say is something that I should be saying in every video but actually never do because I don't want to sound like a broken record to myself. But I just want to tell you that if you like this video, please leave a thumbs up and share the video with your friends and on your social media, and leave a comment if you have time. And if you like the content on my channel, please consider subscribing and clicking the notification bell. I make videos about planners and planning systems, which is about 75% of my content, and the rest is about notebooks and papers and fountain pens and pencils and erasers. And I also have been doing vlogs since about 2017, and I have recently started a podcast here. I have 2 episodes already up. I have over 400 videos on my channel, which I started around the middle of 2013. So please stay here a little while and browse some of them, and hopefully you find my videos entertaining and informative. Okay, now all the washi tape has been placed. Now it's time to put on the pre-printed date headers and the time stamps, which I just make and print myself. I print these on the same Elias paper that I use for the notebook pages. This notebook I made all by myself. I will link a video about these notebooks in the description box. Now for these date headers, I just fussy cut these because there are lines on them that also correspond to the rule on my notebook, which is approximately 5 millimeters. I always leave 4 lines free between the date headers and the first line of the timestamps because that space will be used for birthdays and anniversaries of friends, as well as for holidays that I have to keep note of, not really because I observe them, but because other people do, and out of respect for those other people, I don't want to disturb them when they're on a holiday break from work or something to that effect. And finally, the weekly pages are all set up. The next step, as usual, is to go on my computer to access the file that contains all of the birthdays and personal milestones of my friends, and I write them down on the appropriate day. I also wrote down the holidays for this week, which is it's Christmas. And now the actual planning begins. Like I mentioned, it's only Wednesday that I'm doing this. 2 days earlier than I usually do this, so I'm also filling in some information on the weekly pages for this current week. And I'm going through the weekly task list for this week to look for items that I might probably have to move to next week. For next week, I have decided to commit to myself the actual notebook orders that I am going to make for every single day, so I am also referring to my list of pending orders. Now, I don't have to take a rest day for the coming week because there is nothing much happening anyway. It is already the week of Christmas and people aren't working, aren't going on online meetings, and I will most likely take a break from my voice lessons because my teacher also needs his holiday break. Although it sounds like he's actually more busy during the holidays because of events. I also refer to my December spread to look at the items I have written down there. A video of me setting up my December 2020 spread will be linked in the description box. And then I just wrote in my 2 items in my morning routine, which are the morning pages, and then take my vital statistics for my health tracker. And as I went along writing things onto the pages for the next week, I kept coming back to the pages for this current week to note what I have not planned to do but have done, and some of them in advance, including this video. The middle sheet is folded in half because I folded over during Thursday and Friday, and the reason for this is so that the weekly task list, which is on the leftmost column on the first page, will always be visible even when I am turning the page over. This idea came from Cindy Gwentert Baldo. I will link her channel below. And there is actually very little that I can write down here at this point, really. Nothing much will take my attention for the coming week, except for December 23, which is when I turn over the funds that I have gathered for the relief effort of the Office of the Vice President. But aside from that, there is really nothing much. My submissions for school shall have already been done by the end of this week, and all I really need to do next week are the notebooks. I will write down more on next week's pages as I go along because there will be YouTube videos, but at this point I have not decided yet exactly which ones I will do and when. So I'm just taking it easy in this Plan With Me video. Again, don't forget to subscribe, click the notification bell, leave a thumbs up and a comment. Please let me meet you. I reply to every single comment on there, so don't be shy. Thanks for watching. Bye.